Today we're going to go to First Landing State Park. We're going to park in the Cape Henry Plaza just off Great Neck Road and take the Cape Henry Trail into the western trail entrance of the park. There's no automobile entrance on the west end, so we'll take the Cape Henry Trail, which you can see as soon as we pull into the parking lot. That's the Cape Henry Trail. So that's the way we're going to go. So today we're going to go into First Landing State Park, but we're going to take the walking path and from the Cape Henry Plaza just off Great Neck Road. And so this walking path takes us through some neighborhoods before we get to the western entrance of First Landing State Park by foot. There are actually two entrances to the park that you can drive into, and they both have and they have a parking fee to come in and park on the thing. So this path is both a bike path and a walking path. So it goes through these neighborhoods. A lot of people just take this part of the path. We're going to go at least into the visitor center today. This is a really nice way to get into the park. Lots of birds. And the squirrels use the wires as a highway along here. So this is Maple. You see this? They've got a bunch of sculptures here, pigs and chickens. And this path goes this way into the park and then becomes a Cape Henry Trail. And it also goes the other way, and I'm not sure how far that goes right now. But I know it crosses the Lesnar Bridge, and that direction. This is sandalwood. And here's the little neighborhood park. They've got some picnic tables and some playgrounds equipment. Just kind of an open area here. And also have a basketball court. Hello.
How you doing?
And so this is Bayberry Street. And there are benches along here so that you can just sit and relax. And people have put in little bridges so they can get across here, across this ditch, because it does, when they get a lot of water, rain, it fills up. So we're starting to get some growth here. See, there are houses behind here. You can't hardly see them, even right here, because they have lots of live oak, and they kind of keep their leaves all year long. And this is Kendall Street. And this is the western entrance to First Landing State Park. See, right here is a resting bench, plus a place for a water bowl. And this is the beginning of the park. They have mileage markers. And this is mile 0. And if you look back, it's mile 6. So it's 6 miles to the other end of the park on this trail. See, this is kind of a marshy area. The whole park is at very low elevation. In this area they've got live oak, some other trees. some pines. So we're coming up on some parking areas. So these are the lower parking areas where you park. There's some picnic area in here, but if you can't park at the visitor center, this is where you have to park and then walk or ride your bike to the visitor center. Or you can take some of the trails from right here. So we got some cypress in here, some young cypress. So lots of dog walkers and day hikers and bicycle riders and joggers coming in here. Nope.
On the right, coming.
So this is the southern or eastern and western entrance of the park where you can use your cars to come in. So this part of the trail is kind of up and down a little bit. It's a beautiful day. Right now it's in the upper 50s. So, and clear. And all the dense wood helps keep the wind out. So they got some holly here. So here we're at half a mile from the trails start at the beginning of the park at the west end. Even with the road up that direction and Shore Drive in this direction, road noise is pretty well dampened. You can hear, occasionally you can hear the vehicles on the road, but it's pretty quiet. That's the second time those guys have passed me. I don't know if you can see it, but there's standing water over here. Some more marsh. There we go, you can see it now. And cypress trees growing in there. I think some parts are just kind of open forest kind of thing, and others are swamp. And they pretty much leave all the trees that come down and stuff to nature to dispose of. Like most of these more natural areas, they just leave them as natural as they can. So these paths are pretty smooth, but they do have bumps where the tree roots have lifted the path a little bit, so they're pretty well, this path is pretty easy to cross here. So the 64th Street entrance, which is the eastern entrance, is 5 miles further up this direction. We're going to walk up to the visitor center here first. We'll step in here for a little bit. Okay, the restrooms are inside the visitor center. And so we'll just walk around the visitor center a little bit. So they have a vending area, little picnic. And a patio out back. And this leads out to so they have some feeders out for bring the birds in. And a bigger patio for events. And they have a learning area. With desks and a place for they could post items in a nice quiet environment. course, got squirrels hanging around underneath the feeders. Okay, this video is getting a little bit long, so we'll just cut it with the trip from the Cape Henry Plaza to the trail center. Uh, that's about right around 2 miles, maybe a little bit more. So there and back is about 4 miles. So if you're gonna do the trails and you're gonna come from here, so expect to have a good long walk. The the trails from the trail center, if you come by car, is considerably shorter. So uh, take your time. So here's the map that shows how we got here. The Cape Henry Plaza is marked by a little diamond on the left side. So the yellow path is the path we took uh, through the neighborhood along the Cape Henry Trail and into the park from the west end. And you can see I marked where the automobile entrance is. That's where the contact center is. And so there's a parking lot right there, and there's a parking lot right up around the trail center. So enjoy. I'm gonna continue this with a second part because I did some trails as also while we were up there. So enjoy.